Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Good morning. Let's see how we can do today. No, that's not what I want. So, yesterday, two pretty good races back to back. The second race resulted in a bit of an accident that I couldn't really do much to avoid. There was, so I was defending against a Ferrari, and we were coming out of the boot section right through this left-hand corner right here. If you can see my cursor on screen. I missed my braking point. Ooh, night race. I forgot about that. I did see that, actually, for a change. It's not a total surprise. I just had forgotten. Anyways, came out of the boot. I missed my braking point, went a little wide, so the Ferrari I was defending against kind of got up on the inside of me. Didn't fully pass me. We were side by side coming out of there. But there was also a Mercedes that I was chasing down that whole time. I was defending against the Ferrari, and he went way wide and started pinballing back and forth across the walls, and Ferrari managed to slip through untouched, and I couldn't really back off either because there was someone else behind us too, so it's sort of like, I just kind of had to hope that I wouldn't hit him, and I hit him pretty hard, and they ended up with a minute 40 worth of damage in the pit stop, so I ended up a lap down. But overall, the race did get me a pretty substantial increase in safety rating because the rest of the race was so good. So could have been way worse. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just doing all the changes that I was liking yesterday. And because it's night, I am going to close off our brake ducts one notch. And let's see what we can do with that. I'll go back and look at your comment is there. Welcome. I haven't seen you in the chat before. Yeah, there is a lot of adjustments in this sim. Yeah, yesterday, this setup that I loaded, I had made before the previous update, and there were some changes to the tire model since that update, so after my qualifying session yesterday, I had a couple things that I tweaked and it felt good in the race, and I did those same changes on my second race yesterday, and it all felt pretty good, so yeah, I'll try not to crash. I figured I'll take the chance to look at the chat now while I'm in my out lap, and then I'll focus afterwards. Alright, let's see what we can do. With the high beams on the brake marker boards, they're so reflective that I can't even read the numbers, so I'm going to go back to low beams. It's not much better on low beams. Ooh, that was a little dicey into the chicane. It was all legal though. I thought maybe one of those would have considered a track cut. Bad line into the downhill turn 5. That was a weak point of mine last couple races. Oh, really missed the apex there by a landslide. Holy. Even missed that one a little bit too. Oh well, we're early in the qualifying still. Well, kinda. We're actually halfway through the time of the qualifying. Probably get at least 3 more runs in, maybe 4. Ooh, hold it, hold it, hold it. That felt marginally better. Definitely better on the exit. But I kind of blew that one instead. Nope, dang it. Ah, man. Sorry, man. Go around. My bad. I should have backed off just a little bit more. I don't want to be right behind this guy for quali. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have been following him so close. This lap's right off now. How much gap is there behind me? There's a decent gap behind me. I'll just take it easy. Try and fall right in between the car behind me and the car ahead of me. That should be about good there, and I'll push for the rest of the lap. Got a headlight flickering. Yeah, I almost could have. And I was kind of thinking that would have actually helped my quality a little bit, but yeah, them's the brakes, I guess. Still closer than I want to be. Still got a bit of a gap back there. Okay, now let's go. Let's nail this last corner. Dropped one more gear than I really needed to there, so that's going to hurt my speed down the front straight a little. There we go. That's a decent line through the first corner. I like that this Aston can really take that inside curve on turn one, because it is a pretty substantial size of a curve, but this car seems to handle it okay if I get it right. Feeling okay about this lap so far. A couple corners could be a bit better, but overall I'm up on my delta and it feels decent. That's going to hurt me a little bit. Well, apparently not, actually. I must have really botched that corner on my one flying lap that I got in earlier. I knew that one was going to be better. This one I can get better too. That's more like it. And I don't think I'm going to get another full... Yikes. Another full flying lap in. No, I'm effectively out of fuel. I run out of fuel in the last couple corners if I go for another. But that's 149. Yeah, I definitely have a little bit more pace than that. But I will take it. Pretty close to the car ahead of me. Pretty close to like the 3 cars ahead of me in terms of lap time. If I can keep it clean for a race, I might be able to shoot for a top 10, which I was in the hunt for yesterday before my wreck with the Mercedes. I seem to remember I was in either 12th or 11th when that happened, and I was keeping with the Mercedes, and had I not hit him, I would have had his spot, and would I have been able to hold off that Ferrari behind me for the rest of the race? I don't know. But I was close. I was there. Okay, before I forget, because I have done it. It's not very often, but I have done it before. Let's get my fuel load back up for the race. 36 should be more than enough. I believe that's what I did yesterday. If it wasn't 36, it was 35. So 36 is definitely going to be enough. And tires. Can actually drop the rear pressures just a little tiny bit. Everything else is looking pretty peachy. What I should do, so I don't have to go through all those extra settings every time I load this setup. Let's make a new preset. And it's 21 degrees Celsius. That's my best qualifying I've had on my 3 races so far at Watkins Glen this time around. I'd managed to qualify in the top 10 a couple times last season. I don't think I finished setting it up, or saving the setup, I should say. Let's go a little bit more descriptive so I know when I've done the second rookies. Because I made that first setup when I was in rookies the first time. Fell back into rookies. And this setup is better. Can I? Yeah, whatever. If I remember that it was nighttime, it should be okay. Let's just double check my fuel load. Make sure I didn't lose it somehow. No, we're good. Alright. Another 30 seconds and I can go to track. What do we got in front of me? McLaren. I like having the left lane at Watkins. It's been good so far to avoid the carnage, and man, has there been carnage on turn 1 so far. So hopefully I can make use of that runoff area and dodge it if I need to.
30 seconds.
Excuse me, that was a big sneeze. All right. Gotta make this one count. This is my one and only race today. I'll have to be careful. I've got fairly high ping compared to the others. I think what they will show up to me will be okay, but what I show up to them might be a little bit warping around-ish, so... Jeez. Lovely. Okay. Let's play catch up. I'll have to go back and take a look at that. I don't think I turned into them, but yeah, we were going 3 wide into the S's. That was asking for trouble. Car doesn't feel too bent. I think we'll be okay. Lovely. Got the flickering lights.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Please don't reverse. Please don't reverse.
Yellow flag ahead, be careful. Yellow flag ahead, watch out.
Kind of spoiled my line into the chicane. I couldn't quite tell where the cars were stopped until it got pretty close, and I lifted, and I just went into the chicane slower than usual, but because I was so far offline to dodge that, I think it was a Beamer, I yeah, went over the curb at not the best angle.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far. Yellow flag in sector 2. There's a slow car ahead.
Saw a brief glimpse of headlights glowing in the distance there. I'm gaining on them.
There's a slow car ahead.
And now a couple dust trails. There's the roof of them.
There's a slow car ahead.
This car must be damaged. Or he just keeps going off, one or the other. Maybe not damaged, he's staying out of the pits.
Well done, mate. This has been your crossing best.
That was... I don't think I was that close to the wall, but for some reason the wall was coming at me quick for a moment there. more headlights. He apexed fairly early there. I kind of followed him into his line a little bit. It sort of split the difference between the line he took and the line I usually take. Don't need first gear for this corner. Please don't tag the wall. Please don't tag the wall. I don't want him bouncing across in front of me.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Don't you touch me. A little bit more sideways than I would have liked. Somehow way up in my delta through that. I thought I lost speed there, not gained speed. If I can get 2 more positions, I'll be back where I started at least. Ended up taking that corner more of a double apex. That was surprisingly efficient. I don't know if that's really the best way to take that corner, but it worked well for this particular lap. Oh, bring it back to the inside, bring it back to the inside. There we go.
Slow car ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
Don't reverse, please don't reverse. That felt better through turn 1. Much, much better.
We're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
I saw the headlights reflecting off of the sign there, so... Ooh, a little bit too much trail braking. I definitely didn't really do it the right way either. Not a particularly exciting race. I've been mostly by myself and passing people when they crash. I definitely think with this consistency I've been doing, I could probably realistically could have been in the top 10 had I not had that crash when we were trying to go 3 wide into turn 2. Running a little wide. Someone's in the pits, and I'm passing them for position. Back up where we started, baby. Okay. We're breaking even. Any further positions I get from here is profit. I'd like to actually pass some people on track. That'd be nice. Ooh, very dicey into the bus stop. Kind of botched that corner. Excuse me.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap. Slow car ahead.
Headlights. Haven't seen headlights there in a little while. Thanks. Yeah, it's been a pretty decent recovery drive. I honestly didn't even expect to be getting back up to my starting position. But I've got 5 minutes to go, and maybe if I keep not do things like that, could maybe get some more positions in the bank. But I'm not gonna get that on merit alone. I'm gonna need them to make a mistake for me to catch them. I need to stop making mistakes. That car behind me is not racing for position, so if he is going faster than me, I will let him by, because I don't need an incident. Headlights are coming at me really quick there for a second. Careful with that curb. Jeez, Emerson.
There's some light damage on the right.
That was all sorts of wrong. Judging by the timing splits, I think the 2 cars ahead of me are battling for positions, so maybe that'll slow them down enough that I can make some ground up. So now's my time to really not spin out. But get my nose to the grindstone and try and reel them in. Okay, let's not go through turns 2, 3, and 4 the way I did last lap.
There's a car ahead of sector 1.
Good line through turn 1.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
That could be one of the guys in front of me. Don't think I'm going to catch those guys at this point, running out of time in the race. But I am back up where I started. And considering the way the race got underway, I don't think I can ask for much more than that. I need to stop watching my mirror. So the guy appears to be holding back. Probably 2 laps more, this one and one more afterwards. Yep, that's exactly what it's going to be. Yeah, it's a good thing too, because I don't have fuel to let me go any further than that.
There's a slow car ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
That's for position, that's for position. Yes. Now we're up 1 on where we started. Another 10 seconds to the next car ahead, so I think top 10 is not going to happen unless he has an accident also. But if I can keep this until checkered flag, got just enough fuel to get there. It's a good thing I took that extra liter of fuel, because 35 would not make me there at all. I'd be about a quarter liter short had I run with 1 liter less. Alright, that car behind me is keeping with me, and that is for position, so I need to keep him behind me, so I need to stay focused. You're not going to pressure me into a mistake, buddy. I'm coming home in 11th. He lost at the bus stop, so that gives me a bit of a clear track. No one to defend against. Dust from... Oh! That car is also for position. Okay, well, let's keep it planted here. Let's see if I can't get this 4 seconds on this guy. I don't think I'm gonna... Unless he makes another mistake, it's not happening. so I'm not going to get my hopes up, but maybe he's a little frazzled because I'm gaining on him. Maybe he'll run wide somewhere here. Don't hit that wall yourself, though, Emerson. Okay, last couple corners. Let's bring it home. Knock on wood. It's showing P10, but I think that's just from people leaving the server. I'm pretty sure that's coming home across the line in P11. Which, considering going from dead last, that is not too bad. I will take that. Whew. Good race, good race. Could have been a little bit better if it didn't have that accident at the start, but I am more than pleased with that. That is just on the edge of top 10. Clean race with the exception of the start, and ahead of where I started. What more can someone ask for? Yeah, well, 0 accidents would be nice, but I don't think that was my fault at the start here, so let's just go and take a little peek. So, going into turn 1. And here we are, 3 wide. I'm back on pavement. Oh, yeah, no, definitely not my fault. The car on the right bumped the car in the middle, and thus he bumped into me. Facing the wrong way with traffic coming, not much I could have done. Had I realized I was in neutral and not in first gear there, maybe I could have gotten going a little sooner, but I was letting out the clutch slowly and like, it's not grabbing, it's not grabbing. I'm like, that's neutral. And then I stalled it. Whew, almost. That could have been way worse had I got tagged by that McLaren that I was head-to-head with. Okay. That is not a bad race. Let's take a look at the safety rating. With a race like that, considering my safety rating went up by quite a lot yesterday, with a way more substantial accident that was unavoidable, I think today it's almost guaranteed to have gone up. But let's see. What were we at? We were at 3.52. It did go down. You gotta be kidding me. Why? Ugh. Really? I mean, it was a pretty small drop. It was 0.06, so not bad. And I guess it did go wide a couple times too, and that's all factored in also, but oh well. Could have been worse. Okay. I will be doing this again tomorrow because Watkins Glen is my friend. And thanks for tuning in, Mr. Bearded Stig Racing. And I will see you next time. Cheers.